Hello and welcome to Gwent. This series is dedicated to making the best of the starting decks, how you can efficiently play them and upgrade them on a budget. Because if you can do it on a budget, you can most certainly do it on a higher budget. And this episode is dedicated to monsters. Every faction now starts with 6 silvers and golds they can use and have already in their starting deck. And 5 of the silvers are neutral. And 1 is faction specific. And neutral is a Wild Hunt guy who synergizes with Biting Frost. So we see already that monsters got a Biting Frost synergy silver card. And because, it must be mentioned, and because you can unlock the leaders in challenges, what cards you're starting with is actually more important than the leader you're starting out with. And we see that the gold card we are starting out with, the faction specific one, also synergizes with the Wild Hunt. We have 3 neutral ones, can be used in any deck, and Imbralit only makes really sense in a Wild Hunt deck. He's a 12 point by itself, but if he hits units under Biting Frost, then he's a 16 point. Basically, he's able to kill anything in a Biting Frost. So, how do we go about improving this deck? And this is not a bad deck whatsoever. Actually, Erden can spawn a Wild Hunt unit, so we don't need to unlock another leader. This is basically like Wild Hunt synergy, Wild Hunt synergy, Wild Hunt synergy. But obviously some cards are not as Wild Hunty like these shorts. Anyway, let's just save and exit this deck. It's a decent deck, you can start out with it, you're gonna do fine. But most importantly, what you are looking for is just to get the proper bronze cards. And I would suggest that if you want to go for like the biggest collection as soon as possible, and you don't care about any specific deck or faction, then you should just simply don't craft those cards, don't craft the bronzes, just get them just by being patient. So this is the deck I made. So these Wild Hunt hounds summon a Biting Frost, so you actually get a bronze weather card plus a 5-string body, a melee body, so pretty good. And we get these Wild Hunt warriors that do they are 5 strength and do 3 damage. And when they destroy something, they also boost themselves by 2. So that's kind of nice. And there's an extra card you can consider, and that's the Ice Giant. But I feel like the Ice Giant is a little bit easier to disrupt than the other ones. And we have this special card over here, Wild Hunt Navigator, that summons a copy of a different bronze Wild Hunt ally. That summoning a copy is basically getting it out of your deck. And the Wild Hunt Navigator very well synergizes with the Operator. That is a card I actually found, but it's actually a pretty good craft for this deck. Because you can copy a bronze unit with it, and if you copy the Navigator, and you give your opponent the Navigator, then they're gonna have this 3 power guy who does nothing for them, unless they are also a Wild Hunt deck. But you can use your own to get like 10 power extra, so like Operator is like a 19 power guy. Pretty powerful. I'm just talking about the extra value from him is like 10-ish. Also, getting the Wild Hunt, you can just get an extra Wild Hunt out. It just works really well. Even if you like copy a Wild Hunt guy with the Operator, that you're probably not gonna do because you want the copy Navigators. Your opponent probably not gonna have a Biting Frost, so you're gonna have a 5 body plus a Frost, and they're gonna have just only a 5 body. And when you're starting out, cards like King of Beggars are actually pretty handy because they are neutral and can be reused in any deck. And when you're winning, he is 5 power, but when you're losing, he can be up to 15. And with the Biting Frost on the board, he only ties twice the round, maximum of 15. But with the Biting Frost on the board, the Biting Frost can actually push you into winning. So, for example, the King of Beggars might just tie the round, but if you have Biting Frost, then Biting Frost is gonna do some damage, and that puts you in the lead. That's quite handy. Jotun is a card that also I found, but also has a really good synergy with the Biting Frost. It's 6 power, move 3 adjacent enemies to the unit's row on your opponent's side, damage them by 2. So he's like 12 power already, and also moves units into the Biting Frost. Really good extra advantage. And you can just consider other cards as well, like Fiend, card I crafted, this faction's lock unit, toggle a unit's lock if it's an enemy, damage it by half its power, rounding down, and ignoring armor. So not only it halves the power of a unit, but also locks them. So Fiend is a good counter to any really big unit, and also any unit that needs to get locked. So Fiend is pretty powerful. Of course, it's faction specific, and gotta watch out for those guys. Extra mention for this marching orders that I found, but also it's a card that really fits in many decks, that strengthen the lowest unit in your deck by 2, then play it. So if we see what is the lowest unit in my deck is, that's the Valhalla Navigator. So we can just rush out the Navigators, and that's totally fine. We can just use this marching order, and this can be reused in many decks. Gals, a card that is pretty strong in monsters. Probably wouldn't wanna... Like, this is a card to watch out for and craft if you wanna be serious about monsters. I actually got lucky and found them. But thing is, you might not wanna go for faction-specific cards right off the bat. And Siri is definitely a card I crafted. Once you get to level 3, you have the option to like start crafting cards and mill cards. And Siri, especially with the change that every faction can mulligan away cards at the start of round 2 and 3, you can just play Siri, gain a card advantage, and just send Siri back into your deck. And she's an extremely powerful card and give you card advantage, one of the most reliable way to do it. And if done right, your opponent might even just pay like 2 to beat her, because it's the best buy in the game, and it's really hard to explain the value of Siri to those who are just starting the game. But if, for example, if you play Siri, your opponent plays like 6 power, and you play Siri, and your opponent plays another guy, then you're not only gonna get Siri back, but your opponent also like spent 2 cards, and you got your card back, so he's down 2 cards. And maybe he won the round, but that 2 card difference is a huge deal. Of course, Imralit really works well with the Biting Frost. We spam with the Hounds. And Marigold is definitely something you wanna change at one point. But early on it's not too bad. We have some removal, and we can just shut down some funny business. So this deck definitely works. You can also watch out for other improvements, other cards that you might want to include. For example, Ice Giant is a card you may like. You can just go like 1 Navigator off and like 2 Ice Giant like that. This could work fine, actually. I might just make that change if I feel like it. But for the most part, I feel like the Ice Giant, if your opponent plays Clear Sky last, then Ice Giant might just lose its power, and it's not gonna be that good. Also, I didn't talk about the Vatant Riders. These are 6 power units if you're winning, but 6 power units and resilient if you're losing. Resilient means it stays on the board at the end of the round. And ideally you want to win first round, then put down these riders, and you're gonna have 18 power for the next round. So the ideal win condition of this deck is just to win round 1, then ideally play these riders next to each other, 3 riders, along with Siri, and your opponent invest heavily, and you're gonna have all these riders that actually gonna, if you play free next to each other, they're gonna boost themselves up. But you gotta be careful. Because if your opponent is running like Scorch, a card that everyone starts with, that destroys the highest units. That's where like the Ice Giant can come in. If you play an Ice Giant and then the 10 strength Ice Giant can defend these Vault Riders, but it might also backfire, because if these riders buff themselves up to 10, then the Ice Giant is gonna get burned at the same time with them. So that's not really great. And by defend I mean, if you play a higher power unit along with the riders, then any Scorch effect will always target the highest power unit. But also you don't have to play them on the same row, because trio effect only triggers if you play them on the same row. And if you like chose to not do that, you're just gonna spread them out on all the rows, then you're gonna have 18 power. They're not gonna be weak to like any kind of hard removal, and you're still gonna have 18 power for next turn. But if you feel like you can get away with it, you can place them on the same row, then they're just gonna keep buffing up, and they're just gonna get out of control. And it might seem like, okay, 6 is weak, like who cares about that? But if you get them all out and they start buffing up, like 3 a turn, like 1 each, then they quickly get out of control. Especially if they get carried over for the next round. If you win first round and you like place them on the same row on the second round, it's almost guaranteed that your opponent is gonna lose that game. So that's it. Let's check out some gameplay. Hey, must ignore Fisto. So Biting Frost, most definitely not. Bottom Navigator. The Rider is not what we want early on. That's a lot of Navigators. Probably I should get rid of 1. Okay, this is what we get. All right.
Just great.
Rip in peace. Reveal strategy.
I'm impressed.
Oh, that's the best one I got. But guess what? I already played it.
Blind, greedy fool.
So you can't really shut it down. What else? Okay, that's nice. That's a good tempo.
Prepare for war.
Off to the front yet again.
Oh, he actually selected 1 in his hand as well. So I can play the Fire Elemental right now. Holy shit, would you stop with that? Maybe I need to include a freaking first slide, because this is just getting out of bloody control. How do I even know? I'm gonna lose 5. I don't think this can be done. If this happens to you and you don't have a first light, you're just freaking out of the game. What? He's playing more cards? Do it.
This could hurt.
Oh. But also not passing can hurt you as well. So let's pass. Here we go. We're passing. I just can't play into this shit. Whatever. What if I mulligan it away? Will it become healed up? Probably not. It's already pretty wounded. People use all kinds of weather already. You need maybe even 2 first lights. Water hack carries a first light too. Oh, that's actually a good one. So maybe we should add the grave hack. What else the grave hack has?
I am no lost guardian.
Oh crap, we're getting revealed.
Off to the front yet again.
Well, this sucks. I can play... Erdine here. Probably I need to. And I'm gonna play Bottom Warrior.
Resistance is futile.
Hit the guy. And the frost kills it. Fine, that's what we got. How many Bottom Warriors I have in the deck? Do I have? Yeah, I have 1. Okay, fine.
Diabel ass.
So it's not really great. Fine, hit the big spotter. What is he up to? Because he wants to... What the fuck?
There is no escape.
What? It's the thing that damages us quite a bit, right? What the fuck with these vetters? King of Beggars.
Diabel ass.
Looks like that was not the right solution to that one. Ah, boy. Maybe go and freeze it down. I can then go for a big hit. Not really the best with the Wild Hunt. Oh, come on. So I'm gonna take, yeah, taking damage right away. Is it gonna be even enough? I think it could be with the umbrella.
Told you to fight like this.
Fine. I would like some riders, please. Rider, please. Please a rider. Oh, looks like we got a rider. Let's go on the... Oh, maybe I should just build it on 1 row.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
I got some navigators. What? Crap. Neither one kills the riders. I do like Resurrect quite a bit. But it's not amazing. Alright, get buffed up, guys. We can win this.
There is no escape.
So navigator, but there's nothing to navigate. So that sucks. How about gals?
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Fiend. Lock up something and halve its power. Rounded down. Huh. Not really the best, but... I suppose... Shouldn't be too bad. Fiend is pretty good. What? So this doesn't really work here. Oh, Fire Elemental is the one. Whoa, really? That's the weakest one. That's great. Hell yeah. We still managed to win it.
Thanks, my friend.
Crap move.
Got him. GG. Hello there, Erden. Well, Erden. Let's see what you're up to. Okay. Biting Frost, most definitely not. Valtont Riders, probably not. Let's get rid of a warrior. It's nice. Alright, enjoy your navigator.
Thank you. Better off giving up now.
Alright.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done.
Oh, that sucks. For you. I don't know. Should I go with Riders? Go with Siri. I would draw Siri here for sure. I would rather play the Valtont Warrior later. One turn later and just do something right now. Alright, doing that.
Death comes for you.
Fine.
Resistance is futile.
Death comes for you too. We can just replay the dude. Well, play another one of them. I have some extras. Just to make Yennefer Conjure a lot weaker. Oh, really? What you gonna play? Make up your mind! Oh yeah. Of course.
We know the mysteries of time and space, all of them.
All of them! Fine. It's gonna take some time. Till can overpower me. Probably never gonna happen. He definitely wants to fight it.
Any lost words?
Oh crap. I wish I had a clear sky.
Cunning play.
I know.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
You talked enough.
Alright. We are passing. Yep, that's pretty nice. We have Rider. But do I care about the Fiend here? Not that much. But I suppose he's one of the better ones still. We're gonna go with the Rider. Then we gotta get out another. Oh, we're gonna get out 3 Riders here. That's basically it. Hey Adam, what's up, dude? Hey. I guess we're just leveling up a little bit. Trying to improve the beginner decks and just generally having a lot of fun with the open beta. I've been facing Weather monsters pretty much solidly from level 3. Oh, come on, level 3. Weather monsters? What kind of weather monster? Like Dagon type? Let's go navigation. Okay.
Any lost words?
Yep, Vaadhan Navigator. That's what I want, right? Yep.
We know the mysteries of time and space. All of them.
All of them. So we are in a decent spot. We're getting our riders buffed up. Never mind that. In a shit spot. We're getting completely fucked. Oh, this sucks. Can I just Tris Marigold one of the riders? Hoping that it's gonna work out. Because if he plays a rider, that's gonna be too weak. What? That was a weak move. But, yeah. Probably need to pass here. Fine, you got it. I've seen mostly Weather monsters too. I'm beating them with my spy deck. Oh. Button, nice. Yeah, I don't really have the spy deck yet up and running. By that I mean I don't even have the bronzes for it, so. Button Warrior. This should be fine, right? If I draw into a Biting Frost, it's kind of bad. The open goes first. Like, whatever, right? I don't really want to play into it, for sure. Do I care about the lock at all?
You shall regret standing in my way.
I'll think about it. So maybe play Valhunt Warrior.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
You're definitely not gonna win at the King of Beggars. He's incapable of winning it. What? He overrided his better effect. Okay. Let's play Jotun. Actually, let's play Jotun over there. I'm gonna take 3 damage to the left every time, so it's a good way to maybe not take the maximum damage. I need to play this last, or else he just dies.
There is no escape.
What? They just help me out. Does it even help? Oh, fine.
Who do I spy?
The same thing.
Cunning play.
Crap move.
Alright, we got him! GG!